Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you just tell me your name and
I'm
where
Gem,
we are?
and we're at Bath City Farm, which is a community resource on the outskirts of Bath, where all sorts of people can do all sorts of things with farm animals and vegetables and land.
Ah, it sounds great.
It is good.
Should we take a wander around?
Let's.
Could you just tell me a bit of your role within this community farm?
I volunteer here, so I run the cafe sometimes, and I also do a lot of cooking and sometimes run workshops on various things.
They have a lot of volunteers here, do they?
Loads of volunteers, yes. It's a very popular place to contribute.
It is a beautiful place, yeah. In my opinion, I think that growing vegetables is a truly revolutionary act. People say that who has the money has the power, but I believe who controls the food supply has the power. What do you think about that statement?
Well, I think it's completely right, because it's a basic need, isn't it? Food is like, without food we'd be dead.
So how long have you been volunteering here?
About a year and a half.
And they have all sorts of ages coming
yes,
here?
everything from preschool children right up to OAPs.
Can I just ask you about what sort of involvement you have in growing food yourself?
Well, my dad, the first thing I remember doing with my dad was planting radishes when I was about 3. So I've grown veg on and off since then. So that's 47 years of growing veg.
Oh, that's a bit of experience then.
A hint. But my real passion is heritage vegetables. It's all the endangered varieties that are harder to find.
Yeah.
So things like Mr. Clayworth's prize pink celery and blue potatoes and yellow carrots and that sort of thing.
It's quite difficult to find locally grown food within the large supermarkets these days, isn't it?
And sourcing, there's so much wasted land. You look up, there's loads of little bits of land around, and there's the wood-fired oven, which we regularly make pizzas on.
Composting toilet?
Indeed.
Excellent.
And 2 years ago, this was just pasture.
Yeah, I used to live round here, and we used to walk up here quite often, and it's amazing the change that's come here.
And that's just people just putting lots and lots of physical effort in. The soil isn't good for using a rotavator on. So all the soil has been worked by hand. So you can imagine turning it from grass like this to productive soil like that.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
Tremendous amount of work. And the oddly shaped plot at the corner, it's a whole family that do it. And they are just the most amazing bunch of people. And it won the best allotment last year, because it really was fabulous.
When I ask people about growing vegetables in their garden or wherever, often an answer I get is that they just don't have enough time for it.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I think well, for me, it's about making time and making it work. I do a day a week at a friend's garden, because I don't only rent a room in England, because I have a small holding in France. And it's just about making the time. And that day is my kind of real quality time. It's time for me to connect with the land, and I just love it.
So growing vegetables for you isn't just about food production?
No, it's a whole process about connecting with the planet and being part of a cycle of nature and getting plants to work together.
Yeah.
And then making amazing food, because I love to cook.
So apart from the community gardens here and the animals here, what else is going on?
Loads. There's a group called the Eco Minds Project. That's for people who've had mental health issues. And they have a polytunnel, and there's volunteer workshop space, and there's a new training room. They do lots of parties and events. That's the stage just there that they built. In fact, we could go that way, because we haven't been that way, have we?
Okay, go and take a look. So they're actually putting on shows here.
Yeah, I've done a few concerts here. That's my other job as a mad entertainer.
So you don't mind me filming you then?
No.
Could you tell me what you're doing here at Bath Community Farm?
Well, I'm working here in the kiosk, as you can see. At the moment it's open Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So, and I'm in a job share, so somebody else called Becky also works here.
Are you a volunteer?
No, actually I've got the supervisor post, so I did volunteer before, but luckily I'm getting some money for this now.
Oh right, that's good then.
Which is always good.
And a friendly bunch of people up here, are there?
Really lovely, yeah, really nice place to work.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, you just take in the view, you know, sell nice ground coffee.
Yeah.
It's my favourite thing to sell because I love coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice
Well, it's
place to work.
a beautiful place to walk around.
Yeah, it is. It's really lovely. If I get a chance, I like to sit and enjoy the view myself. But
Yeah.
actually, we don't get much rest.
No.
It's quite busy. People tend to come all at once, and there's a big queue, and then it's quite quiet, and then people come in another big bunch. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoy it here. And
Yeah, no, it's good.
thank you for talking
Right,
to me.
that's fine. Bye.
So, if you had a word for people that are growing vegetables for themselves already, what would you say?
Well, good on you. I think, you know, it's quite possibly the best use of any free time. It's stress reducing, it's about connecting yourself with the land that you live on or that is around you, and grow stuff you can't buy in the shops.
And would you have anything to say to people that aren't growing vegetables for themselves?
Well, there's no pressure to do it, but I just think they're missing out.
Yeah, get a bit more of a healthy lifestyle doing that.
Exactly. It's good for the soul, growing veg.
Right, well, thank you very much for your time today.
You're welcome, Keith.